All right, if you're a CTO, a business owner, or a technical manager, let's be honest, your cloud bill is probably one of your biggest line items. But what if I told you that a huge chunk of that spend isn't actually driving your business forward? What if it's just waste? Today, we're going to break down how to find that hidden waste and, more importantly, how to reclaim it for growth.
Let's just kick things off with a number that's probably going to get your attention. Most teams, and I mean most, are overpaying for their cloud services by somewhere between 40 and 60%. Seriously, this isn't a small rounding error. It's a massive piece of your budget. Just take a second and think about what you could do with that money. I mean, that could be funding your next big feature, expanding your engineering team, or even driving a whole new marketing push.
You know, this analogy just nails the problem perfectly. The cloud does exactly what you tell it to do, but here's the catch. It never, ever turns anything off on its own. So that instance you spun up for that last product launch, or that oversized database you provisioned for a growth projection that hasn't quite happened yet, yep, it's all still running, at full cost, 24/7. Now, here's the thing. This overspending isn't just random bad luck. After looking at countless cloud accounts, we see the exact same 4 patterns pop up time and time again. And really, understanding these is the absolute first step to getting this whole thing under control. So first up, this is probably the most common pattern we see out there.
It really just boils down to a gap in accountability. Look, your engineering team is laser-focused on building a solid, reliable architecture. And your finance team, they see the bill, but they don't have the technical context to really question it. So you've got this void right in the middle, where no one truly owns the efficiency of that spend. And when nobody owns it, guess what? The bill just keeps on growing.
Okay, the second pattern we see all the time is all about infrastructure that's past its prime.
Think about it. Your last major launch, or that big marketing campaign you ran. Your team did the right thing, right? They provisioned generously to handle all that expected traffic. But what happens after the big event is over? Well, a lot of the time, that infrastructure just sits there, chugging along at maybe 8 to 15% utilization. Because, let's face it, nobody has the time to go back and right-size it when there are new features to ship.
And pattern number 3, this one's all about paying a premium for absolutely no reason.
By default, you're put on on-demand pricing. It's just how it works. And it's also the most expensive way to run your cloud. Now, there are tools like reserved instances and savings plans that can literally slash your costs, but they require some analysis and a bit of commitment. And that's a decision that, more often than not, just gets pushed down the road because no one's done the work to figure out which workloads are stable enough to commit to.
Okay, and the final pattern. This is the one that leads to those, well, shocking invoices that nobody wants to see.
A misconfigured auto-scaling policy, a developer who forgot to shut down a test instance. These sound like small mistakes, but they can lead to thousands of dollars in extra charges, sometimes overnight. And without real-time alerts, the first time you find out about it is when that bill arrives, a full 30 days too late to do anything about it.
So, how in the world do you fix this? Well, the answer isn't some simple dashboard or a high-level report. It actually requires pulling every single lever available to you. And that's where BitHost comes in. We don't just find the savings for you, we actually get in there and get the work done. Our approach is what we call a full-stack optimization. We dig into every single line item on your bill, we right-size your instances, we implement really sophisticated strategies with reserved and spot instances, and we optimize your databases and your storage, the whole shebang.
But hey, talk is cheap, right? What really matters are results, and we deliver them fast. So let me show you how our process creates a really clear path from just analysis all the way to actual savings. The whole process is designed to be super low friction and collaborative. It all starts with simple read-only access. From there, we identify and then rank every single savings opportunity by its dollar impact. And here's the crucial part. We implement these changes with your team using your existing deployment processes. And finally, we hand over a full monitoring stack so that the savings actually stick around.
Okay, so let's look at a real-world example. This is the before snapshot for one of our clients. You've got a monthly spend of over $10,000 with really clear signs of over-provisioning across their compute, databases, and storage. Sound familiar? Maybe a little too familiar?
And this is the key. We don't just say, hey, you're overspending. We give you concrete, data-backed recommendations for specific resources. We're talking actions like right-size this instance from a T3.extra large down to a T3.small based on its 8% average CPU usage, or, hey, let's move these CI runners over to spot instances. These are actual, actionable changes, not just vague suggestions.
And here it is, the after.
And the results are honestly pretty dramatic. Monthly spend is down by 47%. Wasted spend is almost completely eliminated, down 94%. Reserved instance coverage goes from 0 to 74%. This is the kind of tangible impact you get from a truly comprehensive optimization strategy.
Now, I know what you're thinking, especially if you're a technical leader. Your first question is probably, okay, this sounds great, but is this going to slow my team down? It's a totally valid concern, and it's one we've actually designed our entire process around.
And the short answer is no. The initial audit only takes about 2 to 3 hours from one of your leads. After that, all the implementation happens in collaboration with your team, and we follow the processes you already have in place. The whole goal is to maximize your savings with the absolute minimal disruption to your roadmap.
So let's just circle back to that number one more time. A 47% smaller bill isn't some theoretical possibility. It's a proven outcome we've delivered. And it all starts with a simple, no-obligation audit.
Getting started is really straightforward. You just book a free audit. We begin with read-only access. That's it. You'll see the first findings from us within 72 hours, and you'll see tangible savings on your actual bill in under 4 weeks. And best of all, there's absolutely no commitment required just to see what's possible.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What could your business build with all that capital? What could you do with 47% of your cloud budget back in your hands? A new engineer? A new marketing campaign? Simply faster innovation? The money is already in your budget. It's just waiting there to be reclaimed.